Nice. Hey, there I am.
All right, Roland, take it away.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our new intro, especially the wonderful tournament stuff that you saw from last time. So this tonight is going to be our exotics, our internal house fights that just having some fun. And we got a chance to do a little tournament, and we did long swords, and we did dual wield and all kinds of fun stuff. And we have a bunch of guests with Rory tonight. I'm Roland. We got Ryan here. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Tony?
Yeah, so I'm a commander. I'm from Aiken Saber Academy.
Nice.
I'm the old man of the group. I'll just keep playing that card.
Alan?
Hello, I'm Alan Venable. I'm president of the Saber Martial Arts Foundation and the founder of Phoenix Saber Academy.
And we have our resident guru, Courtney, who is our teacher and brought us all together. And so special thanks to him, as well as, we have T-Sabers,
Yep.
and who is some of our other
Mando
sponsors?
Core,
Mando
Smokey's
Core.
Armory, Wrath Sabers, and don't forget Chubby Dog Coffee.
Chubby Dog Coffee. So yeah, please get some Chubby Dog Coffee. You'll enjoy it. Also, he's a great Instagram follow too. So yeah, let's see
I have a
some of
question
these.
about Chubby Dog.
Yeah?
Is every fighter in your tournament going to get like a free Chubby Dog?
I will ask him that. He's coming down, so maybe
He's
he
gonna
will
definitely
deliver.
do that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The French
Yeah.
roast, my wife says, is really good. I don't drink coffee, but she is all about that.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, maybe she can have mine too. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't really drink coffee either.
I'll take both of yours.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, here we go.
Let's get this going.
The intro here. Brooks Basler.
Brooks, love him.
Nice.
I think this is versus me in the first fight. Yep, versus me.
He's
Nice.
a classical fencer, and Ryan is a classical lacrosse. So
I'm just a scrapper.
Oh, that's a good one. Here we go.
It's a unique choice with the saber staff.
All right. Judges call. Break corner. Ready. Fight.
Got some Jarkai versus Saber Staff.
Ready.
Mhm.
Judges call. Red corner. Fighters ready. Fight.
The hard part about this is
yeah.
being able to track both blades as a judge.
Yeah.
It's really about hopefully you're calling the right one.
Ready. Judges call.
Especially when you get to the Jarkai versus Jarkai, that's
Inconclusive.
hard to
Fighters
read.
ready.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious.
Definitely listen for those sounds. for sure.
Ready.
Yeah.
Red corner. Fighters ready. Fight.
Ryan looking snazzy in that armor.
That
Oh,
armor is
yep.
just good.
Ready. Judges call. Blue corner. Fighters ready. Fight.
Good for Brooks. Brooks is blue.
Ready.
Ryan is red.
Judges call. Red
The
corner.
hard thing about Saber
Fighters
Staff
ready.
is it's
Fight.
actually a disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
Ready. Judges call.
Totally agree.
Two
We all
reverse
agree.
grips.
Saber Staff's
Fighters
at
ready.
disadvantage.
Fight.
Yeah.
Two reverse grips, but I'll give Brooks credit here. He's not scared to get in. That's what you got to do with
Fighters
that thing.
ready. Fight.
You can't hang back and hope for the best. You got to get in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You guys
Yeah,
get
it's a lot more
Judges call.
offensive
No call.
than
Fighters ready. Fight.
Oh yeah.
but
Yep.
you have to literally get
Red
in
corner.
close enough
Fighters ready.
to do it.
Fight.
It's not because you're gonna hit yourself with one of those blades.
Ready. Judges call.
Well, and then in our rules, you have to have two hands on.
Disagreement.
So there's
Fighters
no
ready.
reaching
really?
out. He's at a real reach disadvantage. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ready. Get on.
But that's
even
also
worse,
why
I
he's
think.
being as aggressive as he is. He's coming in specifically.
Ready.
Definitely having that hilt as long as possible. is,
Blue corner.
at least in my opinion, my experience, the best way to go with it.
Ready.
There you
Red
go.
corner. Fighters ready. Fight. Ready.
Oof.
Red corner.
Not bad at all.
Fighters ready.
Yep.
Fight. Ready. And that's a match.
Yep.
Very cool.
Spray keeps things moving. He's like, go. Okay, fight. Go.
Yep.
Go.
In most of our fights through this, we're not allowed to switch weapons once you choose it for your match. Because Brooks was at such a disadvantage and he realized it after that one, we let him switch, choices there.
Yeah, that's a good way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
It would be really interesting if
There we go.
the Saber Staff versus Saber Staff. That'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, that would be even on even.
Yeah.
Fight ready. Fight.
A lot of skin knuckles if you get more aggressive.
Yeah.
Ready.
Good movement.
Yeah, very good.
My judges, red corner. Fight
Ah,
ready.
they don't like
Fight.
Well, Brooks, like me, is almost ambidextrous, so he's pretty much meant to do the jerk eye.
Fight ready.
Booped him on the snoot real good there.
Yeah.
Really, really important thing.
Yeah.
Brooks's movement is great. One thing with Jarkai is definitely using both blades. You never really want to have one not doing something, or if it's not doing something, definitely try to keep that sucker chambered.
Should always be a plan.
Yeah,
Right.
nothing else. Use your offhand blade for distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're
Ready. Fight.
doing any sort of double weapon, if one hand's not doing
Ready.
anything,
Let's
it's
go. Red corner.
it's
Fight ready.
usually a
Fight.
dead weapon. You never want a dead weapon.
Ready.
So.
Let's go. Red corner. Fight ready. Fight.
Then because of this, when the footwork really becomes more, paramount.
Fight.
You'll see it's like, am I cutting angles right? Everything, because at that point, everything's going at you. So, are you cutting the right angle? Are you meeting where it's supposed to be going?
How'd you manage to get through the armor? Fight ready. Fight. Bad armor.
They're not that hard, quite a lot.
Red corner.
And with double the amount of weapons, happens twice as much.
Yep.
Right.
Oof.
Honor call. Blue corner. Fighters ready. Fight. Right.
Oh.
Red corner.
Yeah.
Ready. Fight. Right. And blue corner. Fighters ready. Fight. Right. Is that an honor call? Blue corner. Fighters ready. Fight.
I do like the fact that it's
Right.
very,
Red corner.
very much a fight of the
Yeah.
It's like whoever gets there first, we're okay with it.
Yes, yeah.
Keep it simple, keep it fast.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we got Chico, who is a scrapper. He doesn't have a whole lot of training. As you can see there, trained himself a good bit, and then has been working with us. He's actually my apprentice right now, so we've been working
Awesome.
quite a bit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Ryan.
Oh,
how you
AJ.
doing, man?
All right. AJ is
Yeah.
just a beast, and
I
AJ is
just like
very
how
good.
Qui-Gon
jerk
was so disappointed in him already. Like, this guy?
eye. Right?
Not again.
All love, though. His
He's come for another
choice
one.
of picture just made me go, what?
Yeah, AJ has those, rebar for arms. It's just strong. You can't move them. And when he's doing Jarkai, it's like just two steel girders just out there. You tried doing anything to him? No,
He is
he's not moving.
very naturally gifted with Jarkai. He knows how to move those things very well.
Chico and great sword.
Chico is incredibly kinetic too. That man just doesn't stop. He keeps going. I don't know where the energy comes from, but it's there.
How old is Chico?
Oh, what is he? He's younger. Probably
25?
26? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
somewhere.
that's where he gets his energy.
Yeah. That and the fact that he does laps between rounds, or does push-ups or something. Jumps rope.
Hold. 4-1. And fight. 4-2. Lead. Fight. Yeah. 5-2. Chico. Fight. Hold. Get on her. 5-3.
and fight. Hold. 5-4 and fight. Hold. 6-4.
I feel like range-wise, they're about the same.
Yeah.
Like Chico's got the longer blade, but
6-5
I was about to
It
ask
was
how
long
long Chico's blade was.
Yeah.
it's, I believe, 36 is the blade, and the hilt is 16.
Hold.
Yeah.
7-6. Good honor.
So he has a 36-inch blade out of the emitter.
Yes.
Yes.
That's all.
Not good enough.
And then AJ's arms are about 7 feet long.
Right? But watch, when
Cross
he
guard-
extends, he basically tapped the arena when he extends out.
Yeah,
No.
for cross guard and great saber, we're definitely going to make that longer too at some point. So that's coming.
And fight.
Interesting.
Hold.
That's cool.
8 all.
It's just one of those things that you can't really plan for everything, right? But you do have to have a plan if somebody has a longer reach
Right.
than you, and you have to have a plan if somebody has a shorter reach than you. Like,
Oh yeah.
because I am what I like to call vertically challenged. I have to get really good at getting in, especially if somebody's taller than I am. Anybody that's that has a longer reach than me is going to basically be my bane especially if we're playing for first touch. That was really, really cool.
Yep. Yep.
Salute.
And you'll see AJ made a couple adjustments as far as his game. But Chico is just a really just a beast. He's fast, he's athletic.
And you can see the movement is outstanding. He's
Mhm.
moving, he's thrusting, he's
2-0
lunging,
Chico. Fight.
Yep.
trying to keep that blade threatening.
And there's been a challenge to teach him patience, and he's finally getting that patience. Like he's timing his shots, he's reading his
Waiting.
opponents. It's very, very good.
It was a thing where he almost moved just to move.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a thing of the past for sure.
Yeah, that control that he has now, it's actually one of the wonderful things to see is because, all you guys see is this explosive action where we saw that all the time and it was nearly frenetic. And it was like, dude, Chandler, wait for your moment. And now he's very specific with his Cobra strikes, I call them. Back, in and out, bang. His Scorpion strikes.
He's deadly.
Chico. 5-3 and fight.
Oh, good lord!
That's where we work ups.
We do work ups.
That's why they're important.
That's why I was being so careful last week. I didn't have one on, so I was fighting, turn sideways, trying to protect things.
Yeah.
And they're just neck and neck here.
Yeah, yeah.
There it is.
AJ. Ooh. Chico.
7-7 and fight. 8-7. Everybody Chico back up the line. And fight.
So how long has Chico been working on Facebook?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half.
Is he doing any HEMA?
He is not done yet.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just self-taught. Watched it on YouTube, watched YouTube videos and picked it up.
Now I've been teaching
Yeah.
what would be our version of Form 5, which is German longsword.
Okay.
Almost pure.
Yeah. I'm just noticing he's not really switching into another stance. He's kind of sticking to that short guard or long guard.
Chico advances.
Chico advances, and that was just so good.
All right, Christy, who has
There we
come
go.
so far. Excellent fighter. So this
Really
was her first real time of trying Jarkai, and she really did
In a
impress
tournament.
everybody. And did
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
And even regular, she'd only done it a couple times before that. So
Yeah.
props to her for trying something new.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He just played when we've been sparring, just a couple times, not really that much. But so she goes, you know what? I'm just going to do it for the tournament. And then Vince.
Yeah, there you go.
I love
Vince stuck with the pike, which is a challenge in our rule set because that's a lot of hilt to hit. But
Right.
very good pike.
Is it
fighter.
also 2 hands all the time on that one? too?
Yes.
It is.
Okay. Yeah, that's the best part.
Mm-hmm. And Vince also has really cool armor. He does the comet
Ah,
Hold.
He made it himself. Kydex
And
like plates all not sewed together, but basically strung
hexagonals.
together.
Yeah.
And fight.
very cool.
He said the stench from the laser cutting was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
3-0 Vince. And fight.
Oh, Christy.
Hold. 3-1. And fight. Hold. 3-2.
I just love
Fight.
watching good pike fights,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
especially against other styles.
Yep. And Vince is really good at it. He's just got a knack for, you know, threading it like that. He's really
I
good.
mean, you can see it's going up, he's going down, he's threatening in every position. He's moving the blade of the pike. It's just outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
You can see when he winds up for that thrust.
Yeah, yeah. And he's also very careful with his thrust too. So he's never really pushing through you. He's just making sure that he's tapping you, and that's it.
Right, I can see. I've been really impressed with the fighters themselves. Even Chico,
Yep.
I thought
Yep.
was very controlled in comparison to some other fights in the other leagues.
That's our number one thing at all times, for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
6-4. And fight. Hold.
Especially with a pike, it's very important to do that. I know you guys said that they don't do. You guys are disallowing thrust, correct?
No, we do allow thrusts.
We do allow
Okay,
the thrust.
thrusts are allowed in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Vince is very careful. He's very particular,
Fight.
and we all try to be.
They're only allowed at armored areas, though.
Correct.
No thrust assault areas.
Right.
Hold.
Another interesting thing, so Vince not only made his armor, he actually made that pike he's using too.
Hold.
That's awesome.
9-6. And fight.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Oh,
really
it's,
light too. It's really light and fast.
Does he have more than one?
He does. I've got one sitting behind me.
Cool. I would love to pike fight when I'm with you guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You really need to get your hands on him, because once you have your hands on him, you're like, oh, this is nice.
There it is.
10. Good job. Good job.
Then again, I want to fight with all the weapons, so it's kind of
That's right.
And fight.
Yeah, and we want to fight everybody. That's just
Hold. You. 1-0. Fight.
get a hold of my bag.
Hold. 1-all.
See, look at Chris. She's moving him past her, and then comes in.
2-1.
She's also patient with those 2 hits that she's gotten so far. She like swung by and then just stopped and waited for him to move in. It was very good.
Vince is so precise, it just makes me want to scream in happiness.
I know.
And not only precise, but he knows that as soon as he throws something out, he needs to pull that thing back.
Oh yeah.
In order
That's
to
almost
avoid
slowing down before it
retaliation.
even hits.
Hold. 4-3.
Yeah, he's not letting that pike get blocked in any direction. He's moving in, moving it out. It's just got to be frustrating to fight him.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is.
5-all. Sorry. 5-4.
He,
Fight.
Vince is dangerous to fight, even just with a single sword, just because he's so flexible and agile and moves around really well. As you can see, he's moving around really well. So in a normal fight, he's agile and fast and everywhere. With that pike where he can just hit you from way far back, it's scary, but it's fun.
8-4. And fight.
Yeah.
Well, his targeting is impressive. It goes up and down. He hits what he goes for.
And fight.
She just cannot get a handful.
Yeah.
Yep.
9-5.
Seeing Christy, if you ever get a chance to watch some of her older footage and how much she's grown, you'll see her moving around. She's got so much more lateral movement. she is really moving both hands around and really got, so it's really fun to watch where she's come from.
Oh, she's outstanding. I'm watching her. She's certainly impressive in her home side. She just a little outmatched here. Range weapon.
Yeah, and as a you know, kind of a quick reminder for everyone, you know, who watch, you know, this is her first time, you know, really mixing it up Jarkai in the match. You know, so she'll get some of those fundamentals.
She just
she
beat
won
Vince
that
on
one.
that one.
So,
Yeah, and she won that one. Also, she just did compete in another tournament that was, you know, and just
Saber
so
League.
good. It was like she was kind of letting the tournament buzz get to her a little bit, but when she settles in, she's just relaxed and it's so much fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oof. Yes.
that's a big thing in all these
2-1 Vince.
in all these, right? Is to see your progress, right?
Mhm.
So like once, and I'm gonna throw this out there, once Christy becomes a knight,
2-all.
you know, to be able to watch all these and see her progress since she first started is
Oh, yeah.
huge.
yeah, she's getting there. Roland's next, but she's not far behind.
Oh yeah.
There you go. See?
She's
So,
she's
but
right in there.
that's the beauty of having these fight nights for you guys is to be able to track and check and sit there with your Padawan, your apprentice, and just go, okay, this is what we looked at, this is what we see, this is what I heard. What do you see? Because then you're basically, in SMAF we say always judging, right? So we're always
Mhm.
judging and seeing, you know, who hit first and you know what techniques work and why that another technique didn't work. So that's very important in any martial art.
Yeah.
Sir,
Keep moving. Keep moving.
gosh,
Yep.
like he's playing pool, man.
It is. Yeah.
Signature spear technique that I learned with the pool cue.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the cross.
Yeah.
Yep. And that she's not intimidated. She'll just jump right in there and just go at it. She doesn't care. I mean, that speaks to her character. I mean,
Once again, they're neck and neck here. It's 6-6.
yeah, yep.
Very cool.
You'll notice Vince is a lot more wary of her now. He's not jumping in there like he
Yeah,
was.
he's
You noticing that?
Yeah.
Giving her a little bit of a berth.
Yeah.
8-6. Christine. Fight.
Sometimes though that is another ploy
Mm-hmm.
you
Yes.
can use if you're playing once you get to the point of playing mind games with your opponent. is going in hard and then just slowly backing off because now you can start doing wackier stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause now
Yeah.
they have
And then
healthy
press on the
respect
gas
for the end
pedal.
of your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Not good enough.
Not to say that I've ever done that before ever.
No.
8-9. And
8-9. Come on.
That was pretty. He
Ooh,
100%
look at that.
baited her, painted her out of her shoes.
yeah,
That was very good, Vince.
all the cookies.
9-9, here we go.
Take clear. Not good. And fight.
Net.
We get sportsmanship, a little circling,
Yeah. Yeah.
good respect from both fighters. Ain't just getting in, nice.
Yes, it is.
It's like a split decision.
Yeah, it was. But yeah.
You got it?
It was 3-1.
Yeah, and you can see Vince's sense of humor too. He reaches all the way out over the top of the very first step point. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna tag you over here." And it's like she just goes, "Get out of my face!" But I love it. That's where the real sort of. That's where you actually get really introduced to the fighters. These type of moments where it's like you can see their sense of humor coming out. You can see their,
Yeah.
you know, who they are that way.
Right.
Next up is Chico and I.
Yeah.
Always a fun one.
Yep.
And fight!
So, walking in, because I'm not the best Jarkai myself, I figured I would lose this fight. So I'm pretty much defensive out of the get-go.
1-0 Chico, fighters ready, fight!
You know,
Break.
the mindset
One, fighters ready,
kinda
fight.
is reflected in your style, right? When you first come in.
Mhm.
But it looks like after a little bit,
Break.
you're kind of getting a little bit comfortable and going, okay, you know what? I'm
One,
just gonna do whatever I can
You
to
catch your rhythm.
get in there.
Yeah, settle in.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan
Sometimes
is
that's
like
what you need.
Ryan is like Taskmaster. Like he can just watch what you do and then, you know,
3, 1, fighters ready.
treat his brain like a computer. So it doesn't take like long, you know.
Yeah, he
Just
is a
takes a
mimic.
few hits and then we're good.
What's the score?
Yeah, he is a
3-1?
mimic.
It's 3-1, but I thought it was Ryan, so now I gotta reset them.
Free clicker. Fighters ready, fight.
Yeah, one of the very first tournaments, the in-class tournaments a couple years ago that we did, Ryan was doing something, or Joe was doing something when in the fight, and then suddenly
4,
later
1,
on,
fighters ready,
Ryan played it
fight.
back and did the exact same thing.
Ready.
He's a
Ryan on
mimic,
that
dude.
one. 4, 2,
Yeah.
fighters ready, fight.
We love that.
That's good.
Fred. And Chico.
It's
5, 2, fighters ready,
not too
fight.
often do you actually see
Fred.
the technique that you usually use on yourself. So yeah, it's a great
Fred.
technique to have. Great
That goes to Ryan. 6-3, fighters
guess
ready, fight.
Recognize it too, yeah.
habit to do is to try and do the technique for your opponent, because chances are they don't actually know what to do against.
Still 6-3,
They just know
fighters ready,
it works
fight.
for them.
Yep, exactly. I think it was
Fred.
Chico was doing
Chico.
something that
7,
I
3,
do a lot
fighters ready, fight.
at our last sort of sparring thing we were doing.
Fred.
So I was doing something, and then suddenly I was like,
7, 4,
oh,
fighters
come
ready,
on,
fight.
I see you doing that. Okay, I see what you're doing. So I could recognize
Fred.
it.
7, 5, fighters ready, fight. Fred. Judges
Problem is
inside.
also
Still 7,
Chico's
5,
younger and
fighters
faster, so
ready, fight.
he actually ended points doing it.
Fred. Chico. 8, 5, fighters ready, fight.
Oof, look at
Fred.
that.
Yes, I'm gonna call Ryan on that. Does that make 8, 6?
8-6.
8-6, fighters ready, fight.
Nice.
Fred.
Real close.
8, 7, fighters ready, fight.
Yeah.
Fred.
I'm not going to give it to him.
Ryan.
No.
8, all, fighters ready, fight.
Here we go. Tie game.
See, this is where the
Moving
chess
in.
match comes in.
Fred.
Very
Ryan.
good.
9, 8, fighters ready, fight.
He's measuring
Fred.
Yep.
the calculations.
There it goes. That was great.
I still consider
Yeah,
that
it-
luck.
Nicely done. That was like fun.
Well,
Round
you know,
2.
that is a little bit of the percentage of your win, right? Is your weapon in the right place at the right time for the right technique? Is your weight at the right place at the right time for this technique? Because you know there's 10 billion things that can happen while you're fighting. So
And Chico. 1, 0, fighters ready, fight.
very nice.
Fred. 1, all, fighters ready, fight. Fred.
It is.
I had Chico, no call, no point. Fighters ready, fight.
It's at this point that it seems like fatigue is setting in.
Fred. Ryan.
You don't
2, 1,
really see
fighters ready, fight.
a lot of movement now.
Right.
It's kind of the whole body, just blade work. You know, and whoever has the most endurance gets to
Ryan.
jump around further and
3,
faster.
1, fighters ready,
Dark
fight.
Eye is definitely a gas tank game.
Yes, it
Fred.
is.
Chico in the hand. 3, 2, fighters ready,
Nice.
fight. Fred. Chico. 3, all, fighters ready, fight. Fred. Judges agree. Chico. 4, 3, fighters ready, fight.
Get out of my face.
It,
Fred.
Nice.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just okay. That's fake. That's fake. That's fake. Okay, this is a real one.
Yep.
I know you saw that last one coming, Ryan, but it was just a hair too fast.
Right.
Chico.
Well, you can see what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to bait him with the right one, sidestep, and hit him with the left, and then he's just too fast.
Ray. Ryan.
He is fast.
6-4. Fighters
I
ready.
mean, that was like 3
Fight.
times almost in a row where I tried the same thing and it just didn't work.
You just gotta change your tactics at that point, right?
Yep.
Let's move on.
I believe it's in the Tao Jeet Kune Do. He's like, Bruce Lee says, you know, you can faint twice. On the third time, you're gonna get hit.
Ray.
Yep.
8, 5. Fighters ready. Fight.
Dracula cross.
It works. Usually.
Ray. Second call.
Ryan on help.
Ryan on hill. 8, 5.
Good.
Fighters ready. 8, 6. Fighters ready. Fight. Ray. And Ryan also. 8, 7. Fighters ready. Fight.
Go. The rally back.
Ray.
Ooh, get him.
Good honor couple.
9, 7. Fighters ready. Fight. Ray. Score.
8, 9, 8.
9, 8. Fighters ready. Fight.
Ooh. Keeping them exciting.
Ah, I finally got it.
Oh.
Listen.
4th time was a charm.
Fighters ready. Fight. Ray.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
Well done.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah, Chico, man.
Good.
All right, Vince versus Sprague.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
I love
So Sprague
that.
was supposed to fight Clay, but
So,
Clay
6'3".
dropped out, so he got to buy on the first one.
Yeah, he's 6'3", which is why he has the fight, because he needs to be able to reach him.
Also, going greatsword is, of course, in his hand. He could just one-hand a greatsword.
Yeah, I know. It's
And,
hilarious.
and it might as well be
It's
a fight.
hilarious.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he did my
In the
You
reach
should
guard.
all pull your money together and get him like a Sauron outfit.
I'm actually, so I'm in the process of finishing up Courtney's armor, and then I'm making Sprague a set.
Yep.
Nice.
What's his theme? Is it secret?
You have to ask him. I'm not going to give it away.
Okay. Fair enough.
This is a lot of black.
It's good though. Like this matchup is really interesting because with sabers, you know, the saber pike has so much hilt that it's actually a disadvantage in this.
Yeah.
But if you do enough blade work, right, and get and get it just right, you do exactly what he's doing right now, which is like,
Yeah, exactly. You
Okay.
See Mike going for that hilt, man. He is aiming for that hilt. Every time he's going for that bad.
And then Vince is just all over the place.
Yep.
So yeah, it's really, you're trying to hit that moving target.
Yep. Well, it's right now it is again smaller fighter with the longer weapon versus the bigger fighter with the stronger weapon, right? So it really is a matter of who's there first, who gets there first.
Well, Vince is doing a very good job of making him miss that first strike and just quick counter.
Yep. He's doing a very good beat riposte. Riposte? However you say that word.
You got it.
Thank you.
Any one of them, we pick whichever one we want. Yeah. Ooh,
That was beautiful.
Mike's going for that hilt. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Doing good.
Yeah, no, Mike's going for that hilt.
Didn't
But
get in
Vince
trouble
is a
chasing
pro
that
at
blade,
keeping it
though.
out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
did a great job.
Fight. Hold on. Well, sorry.
All right, you're good. You're
Don't
good.
start yet.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, don't start, but don't start.
Getting in there.
1-0 Sprague. Fight.
So Sprague has like 30 years of martial arts experience.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how long has Vince been fighting?
Probably about 5.
Yeah.
5 years.
Something like that, 5, 6 years. Yeah.
But he's done a lot of, shoot, I forget the name of it. It's foam weapons.
Yeah. That year.
Dagger here, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing about it is like there is a saying that I'd rather fight a black belt than a white belt, right?
Yes.
There is a
Ask Mike
gap
Sprague
in
about that.
experience. Yeah. There is a gap in experience where, you know, there is a certain there's a certain point in a martial arts career where it's like, nah, that move's not gonna get me where I want to be, and you think about that before you do it, which causes hesitation. Whereas the younger or more inexperienced fighter will be like, I hope this works.
Just throw it.
Hold him a beer.
Yeah, they just go.
Yeah. Mike actually got hurt relatively badly. I think somebody did some kind of it was a white belt or something. I think it's just a bad
Brown
kick
belt.
or something. Yeah. And so it's a woo. It's like, oh.
Only injury I've ever gotten doing the Saber stuff, like I say, was from like a 12-year-old girl who cracked me over my hand with a Saber and broke my finger. It was a little girl. I haven't been injured like that since, so there is a lot of credence to that because it's very
Yeah, we all have stories of the same thing when someone new walked in and they don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, there is also something to be said about how you look too. Like, I don't know if that white belt was scared of his size or his imposing stature or something like that. Sometimes that's the thing too. They just you know they
You
just
can take
strike
it.
out with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but sometimes it's still not good.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's hard to watch. So he twisted his ankle pretty badly, and we had to postpone the ending of this match for about 3 weeks while he healed up. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. You guys kept score though. That's good.
Oh, we kept the score.
Yeah. We just moved
There we go.
places.
teleported.
Nice.
Yeah. And but Sprague is just so intimidating looking, and that's the thing. Like, he looks like he can take it. So
Right.
yeah. And you can see here, he's a little ginger, but Vince is still moving really well.
Yep, there's still a lot of movement. Although Mike looks like he's moving a lot more in this than previous.
Mm-hmm.
This is a complete chess match. Feint on feint on feint.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
I love this blade work.
that's how it goes.
I love this blade work. I'm sitting here just going, yes, please.
It's outstanding. They're both moving well. They're both aware of their surroundings and what the opponent's doing. It's outstanding.
There's a little bit more room for them to play too than that circle, so that you can do a little bit more of the back and forth.
You guys use the full tennis court, right?
Well, just
Use
that
that,
first square.
that square that they're in right there.
Inside square,
okay,
that's it.
just the half court. Okay.
I took my hand off. That's not a loss. Hold on.
Hang on, no. We're not letting you die that easy.
And that fight on that, hell no.
No. That sucks. we held for this long. We even continued. Come on, man.
Nice.
Just gotta get a hit. Both of you. Vince hit him. I was on the phone.
And look at the way Mike's blade is just up and down and around.
That's what we're seeking.
Yep. Finding
Well,
that
the other
place.
thing too is that Sprague is fighting southpaw or
Mhm.
left-handed,
Yes.
and it's not many people know how to fight against that.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah. I
Get to
will
the point.
say too that dynamic movement of the blade is fantastic. Yeah, I know it's a rolling staple. I will say for some people, it doesn't work quite as well. I discovered that at the trials last week. So you got to move it, but you know you got to be smart about it. Don't just leave yourself wide open. Get
Yeah.
smacked.
true story.
That was
Oof.
nice.
Nice.
Very good.
There it was.
Precision there, right on that wrist. That was.
Just gorgeous. Look at the way Vince is moving. He's not injured. He was lying.
He's hitting that lady stance, you know, stepping.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Cross and then yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Good job. Yeah, we have lost brackets too, so this is good.
Oh, cool.
It's a double
Yeah.
M.
Mhm.
So Brooks and AJ.
Good, good. I love these.
So Brooks
it's
is not a
great.
short man either, so he's not as big as AJ, but he's close.
Mhm.
AJ has a lot more experience with the Jarkai, though. Because Brooks is more of a one-handed fighter, although he is ambidextrous, so.
Yeah, Brooks, yeah.
Mr. having fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, AJ is always having fun. And when you're fighting AJ, you're always having fun. That's the
Very cool.
Very nice.
Dude,
See that reach.
Yep, yep. I may be aggravated, but I'm having fun being aggravated by AJ.
So what usually happens in a dark tie match is that the first person that stops moving usually does not get the point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the person that moves the most can usually bait and in this case also switch.
Right. Yeah.
And then that's what makes dark eye just so look so cool when you're watching it, but it's so hard to do, especially in a prolonged period of time.
Gotta keep those things going, man. Gotta keep them
Right.
going. Don't leave them.
At any point in time, each weapon has to be a threat.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if it's not, you're doing it wrong. Or you're just tired. That's the other
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Right. Right.
That's me. I'm just tired.
That was a
Any
good
double
boy,
weapons
actually.
like that. Oh, you're warding him off like he's a vampire.
Yep.
With the vampire cross.
Yep,
You
exactly.
freaked him out for a second, you can tell.
Ryan likes it too. Ryan uses it. Yep.
I do.
Hilarious. And
Fight goes on. Brooks gets better with moving him around.
The Eskrima and Kali motion going
Yep.
on there.
Yes.
When Brooks is holding his own, they're head and head. Brooks does not lack tournament experience because
Yeah.
he and
Yeah.
I went to tournaments for a long time together and other things.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Brooks is coming in really aggressive, but it looks like it's the circular and triangular movement of just like dealing with an aggressive opponent, because they're coming in like a freight train, and it's just like, okay, well, if you're gonna go this way, I just don't need to be there.
Mm-hmm.
That's most of defense, or
Yeah,
all
the
of
void.
defense. When I teach is not getting hit.
Yep. Exactly right.
Defense good, you didn't get hit. Your defense is bad, you got hit.
Exactly
That
right.
easy.
Yep.
I was looking at it as either have good defense or don't be there, which is another form.
Right. That's the best defense.
Right?
Yeah. The void.
I tell my students, like, I ask them all the time, how do you not get hit in the face?
Don't be
There's a lot of people don't want to punch you in the face.
or be so ugly that they don't want their fist getting contaminated by it. Yeah.
Well, one is easier to do than the other, I think. Outwardly.
Look at Brooks's movements.
So, question, just because you're in this fight, was it a conscious decision to have two different colored blades so it's easier to judge, or was that just something just happened?
That's just dumb luck.
Blades again?
So
Okay.
what Brooks is using is a Mando Core actual Saber staff that disconnects to Jarkai. So that's
Okay.
he's using the same staff from earlier. He just broke it into 2 pieces. Whereas
I
AJ is
see.
actually using my blades.
Okay. So, and this is something that is just for the people that want to learn how to ref and stuff. Especially when you're doing something like multiple weapons, it does behoove you to have different colored blades.
Yes, right hand and left
when
hand.
doing lightsaber fighting, so that it's easier to see
Yep.
who you're hitting, how you're hitting, that sort of thing.
Contact, and who's make contact?
Absolutely.
Red blade, blue blade, green blade. Yep.
Right. Purple blade. That means that they come in every color. Even I think
Yep.
I saw one that was like Neapolitan. You know, it was different colors all the way down the blade. So.
Yes.
Yep, blades got a few of those.
Yep. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, you really need to. We've seen previews of the tournament blade that Clay made.
Nice one.
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's gonna be gorgeous. You guys are gonna really drool over it.
Well, there you go. Well, I saw the previous one, and I was like, all right, maybe I should do this. Take it seriously. Then I was like, no, what am I doing? I'm gonna go ahead and just do what I normally do and play for the sake of playing. You know.
Exactly.
And sometimes I
That's what
hate
it's
a
about.
saber, and that's kind of how it works. It's like
Yeah.
there's only
Yeah.
there's my personality. How do you beat me? Make me laugh during the fight.
Yep.
You make me laugh during the fight. Chances are I won't be able to beat you.
Well, see, I find that I tend to fight better when I'm having a really good time.
Oh, yeah.
Although I'm also really having a really good time when you just landed that one shot that just was like amazing to me, and I'm like, oh my god, that was great.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, you get more excited than anybody ever admit about being hit.
Yeah.
Well, you surprised me, and that's the thing. It's like, oh, I wasn't
That was
expecting
good.
that. That's cool.
8-6. Fight.
Oh, look at
8-7. Fight.
Hmm.
Breathing hard.
yeah. See, and Brooks is moving forward, and AJ's moving backwards, and it's really interesting. Normally, AJ's fairly solid, but
He's
He's
tired.
just trying to find his way.
It is.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
He's winded. See?
And that's the thing about Jarkai too, is that it does take, you know,
Oh yeah, it's great for
hours
training.
you are swinging one arm. You know,
Mhm.
swinging both.
Don't let Brooks fool you. He did his initiate trials last week, and it wasn't even a problem. He's running around
Yep.
doing suicides and jumping around with suspenders on, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Bring it on! What's next?"
Well, you know,
don't let
you
him
know what
fool
they
you.
say, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Exactly.
All right. Next up, we've got Christy and Chico.
All
Oh,
right.
this is fun.
Salute and fight.
And looks like Ryan just came from work.
I did just get from work that day. That's true.
Don't you give up ground, Christy.
It's again that part where you know, if somebody comes in hard, especially for somebody a little bit more inexperienced, just being able to score those first few points tends to swing the mentality of the other fighter.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was quick.
Yep.
I was kind of compared to like a scorpion. He just waits and strikes. Of course, he's being very good with the lateral motion.
Yeah, I love that. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
She's,
If
she's
he's
doing
that
really good.
scorpion strike straight thrust, she's cutting the angles. I'm loving that.
Yeah, so this might be a good time to talk about, like, how do you deal with somebody that has a longer reach than you? And the answer is triangular stepping, you know, angling your steps so that you can hit them, but they can't hit you. Getting in that guard where they have to move further in order to hit you than you have to. And
That or you
call
clear the
that-
blade.
Yeah,
Hit 'em.
clear the
Yeah.
blade.
Only 2 options.
Well, yeah, the clearing the blade is the same principle. It's just not. It's moving them, not you. But it's easier to move you than it is them. So.
True.
But yeah,
And,
getting
and if
in
you
there.
sidestep as you're clearing the blade,
Yeah,
then you end up with
both is
two-
the correct answer, right?
2 weapons on that one side,
Yeah,
you know? So,
yeah. The combination of both is the correct answer for all of that.
And fight.
All right.
The honor. 1-0. Fight. Thank you. 1-all. Very nice. Back.
see, Chico knows too. It's like, just, she got that.
2-1. Fight. Hold. 3-1. Fight.
Oh, okay.
Chico's doing a good job of just gauging those quick thrusts by Christy. Just judging the distance and finding her measure.
Yep, he's good at keeping her away, man, for sure.
Yeah.
He definitely understands the measure. He knows exactly. And he's got about an inch or 2 advantage.
Yep.
On every shot.
She's sticking with that sideways movement. It's working.
Yep.
But still,
Smack
5-4 Christy at the beginning of the exchange.
Yep. Smack him down, Christy.
Yep.
5-all. Fight.
All right.
She's beginning
Bye,
to
gang.
believe.
Yes, exactly.
right.
You
right.
can see her getting a little feistier there.
Yeah. She's not letting him have
come
it.
in with a little bit more aggression. She knows that if she gets in, she can get that point now. So that's good. And Chico's just trying to play the waiting game. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
All. Fight.
Good way to move that foot.
Chico's legs are so fast. Like, watch her move.
Yeah, he went low. She moved that one left foot and just replaced it back. And that replacement stuff is great to watch. Okay. Good girl.
Fight.
See, she's not scared of him. She's bringing it forward. I love that.
Hey, they're drawing 10-8. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I'm so looking forward to seeing everybody over there again, because after fighting some of you last time and being able to fight them a year later after everybody's gotten better,
Oh, yeah.
even is just going to be great, and it'll show me, that I've just been, not
Sitting
practicing enough.
Right.
Nothing more humbling than going, yep, I got to do something different now. Crap.
Chico and
Amen,
AJ,
brother.
the rematch.
Yeah, amen.
Oh,
brother.
there we go.
Yep. See, I told you AJ's a blast to fight. He's just having a fun time. Chico.
All right, so they're going that way, we're going this way. Keep going. Yep.
Everybody calls something different.
The gentleman over AJ's right shoulder there is Gabe. He's a newer guy, and he's really reminiscent of Chico in so much as that sort of aggression, but just a fun guy, and I like working with him, and he's really going to come a long way. He's one of these to up and watch.
He just took his trials, and he told me he wanted to work under Chico, is what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what he
Okay.
said. That's what he said. So,
All right.
we'll see how that shakes out.
Yeah.
2-all.
Shit, I guess that'll make me grandpa.
I know.
Hey,
Ray, pump you up to
that's actually
master
a fun
level, man.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a fun thing too. Starting to see that happen for you, Courtney. Starting to see the, you know, the Padawan of your Padawan.
Yep.
Wrong pastime.
Yeah. Don't let him get in there, AJ. Oh, nicely
Good
done.
honor.
Yeah.
Good honor.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Good. Way to block.
Almost.
His,
Good honor.
5-3. I'll punch that way.
we're always talking about everybody punches the blade. Everybody punches the blade. It's just what happens.
So, with a single weapon going up against dual weapons, it really is a matter of finding, you know, the target of opportunity.
Oh!
He got me for
Yeah, I have him first,
Disarmed him.
but
7-4.
Yeah, that opening closing gate.
Yeah.
You know.
Time it out.
Yeah. Well, it's much more of a timing game against two weapons, right? So
I'd rather lose
you
the
do
blade.
have to kind of have a little bit more perception as to, you know, which side might not be moving as much,
Yep.
you know, or maybe, you know, which side feels like their stronger side, you know, which side is forward this time around in every
feel like-
exchange.
Yeah, and I feel like when you're doing the Jarkai, it's easy to get caught in a rhythm.
Yes.
If you're fighting somebody
Definitely.
who's not an expert at it, you can time that rhythm out and just shoot in between the blades at the right time, which is exactly what Chico's doing right now.
Yeah, listen to that. Yes.
Mhm.
Not to take it away from AJ because he's
Easily.
phenomenal.
Yeah. He's really good and he shows.
I got it. But I was at a bad angle.
I feel like he might be a little bit uncomfortable wearing my helmet in this, though.
Yep.
I'm not used to that.
Yeah, that's
That's why I was willing to.
Oh yeah, your comfort in your own equipment is also a big factor in fighting too, right? If you don't have, if your helmet's just constantly jostling around, that does affect, you know, the half second that you need.
mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
That oven
Good
mitt
job,
over your
Chico.
head.
Yep.
Yeah.
And fight.
Literally feels like he's holding air.
Yep. That's why I like Mando Core.
Yeah, I really like watching Chico. He's shorter here, and yet he's so quick. You would think he'd be at a disadvantage, but he's not.
That
Yeah,
was
you
nice.
kind of have to tilt in a specific direction for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you are taller, then you know you got to watch out for those quick short guys.
Sure.
He's been wanting to fight all week. He's been waiting for
I know.
Yeah, see, I have the advantage of being both slow and short, so you know.
Ain't that slow?
Alright.
Yeah, that was.
Upper hand.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow.
Really
I like the fact that
experienced
Chico's
Zen.
not letting AJ breathe. He's just getting in there, getting threatening, and then just going for it.
Yep.
And it looks like he has AJ on the ropes as far as like trying to get
Yeah,
a
all I was
point.
say though is watch this so AJ will adjust.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gotta have to adjust, otherwise it's just gonna be a sweep, right?
Yeah,
Right.
So,
yeah. And it doesn't.
good.
Being impatient. Well, here comes those things.
Yeah, here comes the horns.
Yeah. Let's throw these
Yeah.
out.
Praying mantis, go.
Yep, exactly right. Praying mantis.
Ready.
That wasn't too hard, was it? No, that was beautiful. I'm not used
Here
to
we
this.
are. He's almost tied it up already.
Yeah,
They are a little whippy.
good.
perfectly timed.
Oh my God. That was AJ too.
Chico, that was perfectly timed. It just.
He was just shy on that one, but it was more than shy. But AJ just got it.
That was good.
There it
7-6. Right? Woo! 8-6 Chico. And fight.
That thrust is nasty.
It is.
And then of course he finesses it on the next one.
Yeah. What?
Yeah! Good job.
Good job.
I had to like.
He had to work. He did. He had
Very
to work
cool.
for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yep.
Be disappointed if you didn't have to work for it.
This is me versus Sprig, and I think it's Jarkai versus Jarkai. Actually, I know it is.
Yep. Yeah.
This will be interesting.
This is a good fight.
Yeah. This is a good fight. Because Sprague is intimidating as hell. His mask is scary. His height is scary.
The history behind this is the last time he and I had gone Jarkai against Jarkai, he spanked my ass.
I think it was quite literally too.
No, he does that in this, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Ryan 1. Fight. Oh, 2. Fight. Nope. I have Sprague. 2 to 1. Fight.
So in this, you guys can change weapons between rounds usually.
No.
No.
Usually we do not.
Fight.
Now, between matches, yes, you can.
Between matches, excuse me.
Yeah.
Not rounds.
Oh,
3-2.
wow. That was so
Fighting and grooving there, Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay, man. All right.
And look at the way that Sprague's got both blades just moving, and wait, it's actually is
Sorry, never
entrancing
mind.
to watch
My
both those
fault.
blades move.
Sorry, engage.
Yeah.
It's always help.
Man, that rising shim, man. You even throw that in when you have to. You have just perfected that
So-
technique.
That was his foot.
Erin was
No.
telling me that she practices it at
Still
home,
3,
trying to
2,
figure out
fight.
what to do. Because she's just so inspired by seeing you do it.
Sprague 3-3. Fight. Four, 3.
Ryan, did you have a
Fight.
game plan going against him?
I have Ryan.
I knew
Good.
that he's good with
Just
both
fuck up
hands
his brain
and that he's going
4-4.
to bait me.
Fight.
So if you watch kind of feinting in and then counter striking
Can't
out
see
of
a damn
it,
thing.
that was kind of
3
my
minutes.
plan.
You have Ryan. You have Ryan.
If I can get him going where I want, then I've got an
5-4.
advantage.
Fight.
Working hard for sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ryan. That was Ryan. 6-4. Fight. Ah, good. 6-5. Fight. Oh, Ryan. 7-4. 7-5. Fight. Oh.
There you go,
There
Courtney.
it is.
Fight.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Ooh.
That was Mike. 7-6.
2 minutes.
Fight.
Pause.
8-6. Sorry. 8-6 and fight. Oh, Ryan. 9-6. Fight. Oh,
I can't believe I
Very
landed
nice.
that.
Very nice. That was
10. Yeah.
that was fantastic.
Well done. Good job.
100%
Nice.
bullshit luck.
Hey,
And
you
for
know
the
what?
90%
the
sure my eyes
game-winning
are
point.
closed.
So that's a form 4
Point's
technique.
a
And you
point.
pulled it off though because you had the blades covering you as you were spinning. That was pretty damn good.
Yep.
Oh. Sprague. 1-0. Fight. Whoop. Sprague 2-0. Fight.
Ooh.
Sprague says no. Up. Ryan. 2-1. Fight. Two to two. Fight.
Ooh.
Ryan.
Yep.
3-2.
Look good, just a
Fight.
little half step to the side and get that.
Mm-hmm. Those adjustments. Nice.
Sprague. 3-3. Fight.
For the video.
So as soon as he started spinning that, I can remember thinking I was timing it.
Yep.
So I'm just stepped back right when I went for it. I was like, "Man,
Yeah.
He saw that you were figuring
Good
it
honor,
out
thank
too.
you very much.
That's why you moved.
4-3.
Yeah.
Fight.
You can't start shaking.
Yeah. That's the thing that ticks me off. It's like, you're gonna sit here and Moulinet me? Come on.
4-4.
I'm stabbing you. I don't care.
Right.
Fight.
Funny thing is if you actually break that down move by move, it's a Jarkai drill
5-4.
that you know you'll do here.
Fight.
Mm-hmm.
But if you break it down spin by spin, those are actually strikes.
Yep. Yep.
AJ's got it like
4.
perfect.
Fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, your Moulinet, you know, especially
7-4.
single saber, but you know,
Yeah.
it works the same way with double sabers, and you're sitting here doing this to look pretty, and I'm like,
You got
dude,
Ryan.
don't you insult me like that. I'm popping you.
8-4.
Yes,
Fight.
sir.
8-5. Fight. Up. Nice Sprague on that.
Ooh, nice.
8-6. Fight.
Got you with the blades down.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Sprague on that one. 7-8. Fight. Ryan. 9-8. Fight.
That was pretty simple.
9-7. Sorry. 9-7.
Yeah.
Fight.
2 minutes.
Thank you, Brooks. Uh, 9-8. Fight.
That was a really nice exchange.
Yeah. And the blade play, just
Yeah.
because
Oh, Sprague.
both hands for both fighters was
Didn't
just
work the second
moving.
time.
He got to the back of you as you're coming
I
around.
believe you.
9-9. Fight.
Don't
There
listen
we
to
go.
Aiken. Spinning is not always a good trick.
Oof.
Oh.
Sprague.
Yeah.
10-9.
Beautiful headshot.
Round 3.
Yep. Goes to round 3. This is why we love it. So good.
Guard. Fight. Go. Ryan 1.
Good honor.
Fight.
Good.
One-on-one. Fight.
Very good.
Two for Ryan. 1.
Sprague reaching
Fight.
though. That was funny. It's very rare that you see him that far out of balance.
He's
when
never off
reaching.
balance.
Yeah.
2. Sprague. 2. Ryan. Fight.
Nice.
You got
Yeah.
Beautiful headshot.
3, 2.
Yeah.
That reach.
Mm-hmm.
There's a left hand. Every now and then he jabs out.
3-3.
Yep.
Fight.
It's way dangerous.
Go. Ryan. 4, 3. Fight. Up.
Came after you.
Ryan. 5, 3. Fight.
Ooh.
Hold.
Oh,
Ryan. 6, 3. Fight.
You're wearing him down, Ryan.
I don't know. He's starting to. He's getting more aggressive. You watch. He's pushing me more and more back to the corner.
You got the Craig?
I had my eyes
He's
closed.
moving, he's moving
Yeah.
forward.
I thought Brooks
Hey, that's my trick.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have enough to go on.
All right. Then we're throwing that one out.
Well, if he hit me, it's fine. I had my eyes closed. I really don't know.
Yeah. I had Sprague on that one. But I want to make sure that my judges
Just
have
admitted it.
Yeah.
A
No.
whole lot of blow.
You're all right. Okay.
And it got
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
still 5. So it's now 5-4.
It's one of those when you whiff and you're just waiting for the hit to come.
Right, yeah. Just too scared. Oh, God.
Yep. Sorry. 6-3. Fight. Yep.
Mm.
Oh, Ryan. 7, 3. Fight. Oh,
Right in my
Oh! He smacked me right in my
I
left
think
ass
Ryan
cheek.
got there just before Ryan
too,
did.
but he paid for it.
Damn.
That gonna be
I got
sitting
Ryan
right
first. So it's 8-3.
You're running past me. Ain't you already after blowing my
8-3. Fight.
That was like Daddy whooping his son with a switch. That'll wake you up.
Oh,
Ooh.
Sprague. 8-4.
2 minutes.
Fight. Oh. Ryan.
There it is.
9-4. Fight.
Oof.
Sprague. 9-5. Fight. Oh, Ryan just underneath. 10.
Whoa, I didn't hit him.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yep. 9-6. Fight.
You're welcome.
That was
Yeah.
reverse honor.
Yeah.
I
Well, it was
didn't
one of those, looked like watching it looked like I hit him, but I literally
Well done.
I just
Good job.
centimeter off whipped that hand.
Yeah. Because I that's what I saw was this, and it was like, ah. But I appreciate the fact that you know that you didn't hit him, and but yeah. Whew. This is where it gets good.
Oh, yeah, Chico and Sprague.
Yeah.
the best type of honor play.
Mhm.
On guard. Fight.
See Sprague with long sword, Chico with long sword. Just
Chico.
Scorpion strike.
1. Fight is ready. Fight.
Mm.
Sprague 1. Chico 1. Fight.
Are you on it, Colin?
Good on. 2, 0. Fight.
I'm not gonna do as many as Chico. If it's blatant.
Ooh, that was Chico.
Sprague 1. Chico 2.
Mm.
Fight.
I like this Sprague. Just changed hands. Like, hey, you know what? This isn't working.
Asked him about that, and actually, like me, he does it when he gets tired.
Mm-hmm.
And he's good enough with both to do
Yeah,
well.
it just doesn't even. Yeah, doesn't matter.
2. Fight.
I'm actually not left-handed. You know, it's.
Right.
Ooh.
3, 2. Fight.
Oof.
Sprague 3. Chico 3. Fight.
It's more of a chess match on this one.
Yeah, definitely. And that Chico is specifically taking his time to measure, you know, because used to be he was just all go, you know,
Oh, yeah.
90 or nothing.
What's funny, I think you and I were talking about it before this match and talking about who would win, and it wouldn't have bet either way.
It's rolling the dice. Yeah, I don't toss your coin. I got no idea.
Yeah, neither one of us would have thought Chico would be this patient, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's showing
exactly.
a lot of poise for a young
Oh, yeah.
fighter.
Yep,
Fun to
exactly
watch.
right.
See, all of my judges completely.
That's why Chico's so damn scary. Because not only does he have the endurance forever, strength, speed, now he's beginning to just go ahead and, you know what, I'll wait for my moment. You know,
getting smart.
and that's, yep, he's getting this, that fighter IQ is just raising notch by notch
Yeah.
every single time.
Absolutely. How old is he?
Something like 26 or something. Yep,
Where's he
right
got
around
by?
there. Yep.
I expect big things out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Sprague's one of the smartest fighters you'll ever fight, so this
True.
is
Yeah.
a matchup.
Yeah. It's just,
Sprague, 4, Chico, 4, fight. Oh, Chico, 5, Sprague, 4, fight.
ooh.
Sprague, 6.
I like what Chico's doing, coming out with two hands.
5, 5.
And it looks like he's going to fight in that style, and he switches to one hand for a strike.
Fight,
Yep.
ready? And fight.
Really fast.
He uses two hands to block, and then he shoots that thrust. That thrust is good.
I didn't see anything. I thought that was blades. And then
Make it clean, make it clean.
Yeah, I mean, I would test it on a dummy, not myself, but I think it could definitely be better. Yeah, yeah.
That was good timing.
That was.
5, fight. Well timed.
Wow, me for this.
So
Chico,
usually, if you have two hands on your sword and your opponent has one hand on their sword, ooh, look at the bend in that blade. Basically, it behooves you,
Chico,
if
7.
you have two hands, to just take their blade and just bash it out of the way. It's harder for them to hold on
Chico,
and then go in. But
Mhm.
with a guy as big as Sprague, you know, it's a gamble still. It'd be 50-50. You might be just as strong as he is with one hand.
Right?
You have two
Exactly.
hands.
That's exactly it.
Sprague,
And that's actually with AJ too.
fight.
It
AJ,
happens a lot.
you can sit there with two hands against his one hand and just try to, nope, it's not moving. You know, so that's why you just, I have to find my way around AJ's one hand.
I've got
Right.
Chico just before. That's 9, 7, fight. Thank you so much. That's Sprague,
Wow.
8, 9,
Come on,
fight.
Chico. Come on.
Oh, Sprague.
Nines.
Yep. Nine, 9.
Come on, Chico.
Gentlemen, fight. Whoop. I got Chico on there.
Good match, guys. Good
Well
match.
done. Well done. Good job.
Very nice.
Yep. Really cool.
Ale.
Oh, we went French that time.
All right.
I mix it up.
Chico, 1, 2, fight.
And I hear a Hajime in there.
Exactly. I'll throw a go ahead on it back.
It will. That's true.
Hold.
That was very good. He got that was good. He faked high and Sprague went up and came right underneath that
Right
wrist.
underneath. Yep.
I know where he got that from.
I wouldn't know at all.
Fight.
See, even Chico's just threatening high to come in and then go down.
Yeah, he's been shooting low
One.
most of his
Chico.
time.
3. Fight.
Greg is just so big.
Yep.
Both of them are masters of measure, so this is fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Chico's uppercut. It's nice.
Hold. Sprague 2. Chico 3. Fight. Three. 3. Fight.
Keeping it close. Looking like Sprague was going from a good old-fashioned high guard, and then thought better of it once he saw the point of Chico's blade.
4.
Yep.
Chico
Alright.
3. Fight.
Close.
Well, when Chico has it, back here like
Chico
this,
4. Sprague.
sure, why not go with a high guard? And then suddenly, it's whoop, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this blade play right here.
Doing a lot from basically almost a plow position, going into a short guard.
You got Sprague. That's 5. 4. Fight. That's Chico. 5.
Chico.
Fight.
He's comfortable with some of those 5 guards. We just need to pull more of the techniques out of him. But that's okay. It just comes with time. What he's doing now is working not too bad.
Yeah.
We'll just continue to add to the repertoire.
Fight.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
What I'm liking about here is Chico now gives ground. Before he would just literally just bulldoze. Now he takes that little half step back and then comes back in.
Yep.
Sprague. Celebration. 6. 8. Fight.
Yeah. If Sprague wants to baseball bat you.
I know. Like seeing that is terrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Chico.
It does give you some pause, right? When you
Oh, yeah.
pull back.
Come on.
I've got Sprague.
Because you know that he would tear your head
Fight.
off.
Come on, Chico.
Oh!
Yeah, he's got a powerful spoon and wants it,
Yep.
no doubt.
He's been working that finesse for so long.
Very
But I
nice.
tell you,
Thank you, sir.
Ain't over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
There, the only one
I've had a couple of these.
was him. I had you. Russ had you. Ryan had you. And so, unless you're honor calling us,
I feel like Mike is always in these too.
no.
yeah.
So these false finishes.
Go ahead. It's 9, 8, fight.
Yeah.
Come on, Chico. Stay focused.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
More, sir. Thanks.
Good job, Chico.
There we are.
Chico.
This time.
Yep.
This time it's great.
Yep.
Finals is Chico and I.
Yep. And this is where it gets so much fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this too. Shorter, quick
Well, he
guy.
switches it up. Watch this.
Good luck, sir. Good luck to you, man. I thank you for everything.
You went jerk high.
All this time just to go, yeah, why not? So this is why it's like, oh my gosh. Can't watch this. How do you fast as crap? You can't, those blades are moving so fast.
Ryan, 1-0. Ready, fight. Oh.
Oof.
He's giving honor and
Yeah. 1-1. Ready.
Sounds off a
Fight.
little bit on my end, so I was like, wait.
Yeah.
And Ryan. 2-1.
Very nice.
Ready. Fight.
Ward him off. Ward him off.
You laugh. It works, man. I'm telling you.
Ryan.
I wouldn't do it if it didn't.
Very good.
I didn't see it.
Nothing.
Fight. Oh. Ryan.
You got me on the way in.
Very nice.
3-2.
Sometimes that's what
Ready.
happens.
Fight.
Ooh.
Sorry. Keep going.
That's okay.
I couldn't read anything there.
I thought I hilted him, but then he stabbed me in the chest, so pick one.
Okay.
I know that he got fingers after something.
Okay. I didn't see anything. Did anybody else see anything?
It's good for me.
So,
I apologize. It really wasn't.
It wasn't good enough to keep going.
yep. Go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
4-2.
That was wrong.
Fight. Hold. Hey, Ryan. 5-2. Fight. Hold.
There it is.
3.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good at catch me as I get in there.
Chico.
Yeah.
Ready. Fight.
Mine might have been prettier, but his was faster.
Yeah. Well, I think his swipes, like, look, no.
Dive
Get that
beautiful.
over. Yeah.
Hey, Ryan. 6-3. Fight.
Let me see.
Ryan.
Chico.
Ryan's going Chico.
Okay. So 4,
Alright.
6.
Good honor.
Fight.
He's staying with the movement,
Mm-hmm.
trying to stay out of Ryan's little zone of death.
Yeah, yeah.
And Ryan. Shoot on the hill. Okay, never mind. 7-4. Fight.
Chico's fairly new to Jarkai too, but he, being Chico, has like watched all the videos on it and run all the drills on it ad nauseum. And he picked it up really fast.
Yeah.
Yep. Well,
So
that's
was
why you
this the
drill.
first time you fought this competition?
In competition with Jarkai, yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time. He and I had done it, you know, on sparring on our off days. But yeah, it's
It
the first
looks
time
a little
we're
bit close to me too.
I heard that. I was going for his hand and he moved it out of the way.
9-4. Fight.
Ooh. There you go. Ooh.
9-5. Ready. Fight.
Ryan making the mantis.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly right.
Oh, Chico doing the mantis.
Yep.
Oh, I got him. That's good.
And then fight
Fight is
two.
ready. Fight.
chamber position.
Mm-hmm.
It's inviting him to jump in, right?
Yeah.
Come on in here.
Yeah, the water's
Like
fine.
opening the door. Yeah.
But he knows
Open the
better.
hit.
Oh.
Alright, Ron.
Be right back, gents.
1,
Yep.
0. Fight. I thought I saw something. Okay. Fight. I thought you did too.
I said I don't think I hit him.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, go.
Fight, fight, fight.
Yep, 1-1. Ready. Fight. 2.
Ryan dances pose. Just
Fight.
flamingo dancing.
Well, you know, timing, tempo, all of that.
Rhythm.
Learning the rhythm of a match.
Fight.
Mm-hmm.
That all comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Actually, Jenna and I were doing ballroom dancing, and yeah, it definitely helps. Having basically walking in a square or triangle, depending on what you're doing.
Yep. Yep.
Same stuff.
Also, especially with ballroom dancing, keeps you aware of your partner
Mhm.
and aware of your surroundings, especially if you're doing, something as crazy as like a Viennese waltz or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And the distance between you two, keeping the same distance, and
Yep.
knowing when to
Yep,
get closer.
yep.
So I hit myself.
But there it is. That happens, especially with Jarkai. It happens a lot more than people want it to.
Just scored because he hit himself. Gotcha. 3-3.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's 3.
3-3. We're 3 up. Alright, ready. Fight.
See, we're both going mantis.
Little horns.
Yep. Yep.
So Ryan, when he switched to double blades, did you think he was gonna win this?
Yep. Chico.
I felt better about it than I did without that scorpion strike with the greatsword, to be honest. That said, I knew that the fight would be a hell of a lot more fun, so I was excited.
Alright, Ryan.
Yeah.
4 up.
Yeah, I'm watching your movement. You're like really confident, certainly a lot more confident than you were with Spring.
Oh yeah.
So you're looking at this.
Well, Chico, like I said, he's my apprentice, so we fight all the time. We do an extra day a week usually, and yeah, so we're very, very familiar with each other here.
5.
Yeah.
Yep. 4. Gotcha. Ready.
And
Fight.
Sprague is just threatening. Just being in the same ring with him.
It's
But
like
we love
foot
him.
and a half taller than me.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why he also makes a really good ref too. You know?
Oh yeah, he's an excellent head ref. Everybody listens to Sprague.
Ready.
Yep.
Fight.
He is the brute squad.
Yes. Good move.
Connor.
Alright, 5, 4.
That's the second Princess by reference you made. Right?
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah. Yes.
Ryan.
Also having to do with Craig.
Mhm. Exactly.
Fight.
Good.
Home.
Not fast.
You go.
All right, Chico.
He's very good at catching me on the way in.
Mhm.
So 7-6. Fight.
That's what happens when you fight somebody for a long time too. After fighting a bunch, you start to get their rhythm. You start to get their start to get their measure.
Yeah.
And then so you have to start coming up with new stuff. Here it is.
I had Chico
Escalation.
hand.
Yeah. But I like how you're dominating the ring. You're pushing him into the corner there.
I guess what I saw, but
A lot.
I get why Vince's view was where it was. 7 up. Ready. Fight.
See, you're backing him in.
True. 8, 7. Fight.
Don't let him have that avenue escape. There you go. Oof.
I thought I hit. Sorry, that's what I was doing. You did hit.
It's funny how even with a mask and everything on, you can project energy and confidence.
Okay, that's what I saw.
Fighters.
I don't
Yep.
I only saw Chico's
Look
hit,
at this. So I
but
see
I wasn't
Ryan,
sure,
I
so I
go,
didn't call it.
the confidence.
Simon.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Not in a hurry to do anything, and he knows what he's doing.
Yep.
Chico
Also-
just seemed a little bit more frantic in his movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You also too can tell it's like, nope, I totally didn't get that. You can read the body of the guy. He's like, no, that wasn't my head. You know.
True.
You know, you don't need to see them to see the the shoulders or whatever. Oof. I like it. See, this is the dance I like.
There we go.
I feel like he's better with Dark Eye than I am, though.
Nicely done.
Well done.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that last exchange the most.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like,
That was,
just keep moving, find the opening. There it is.
Yep.
It was a hell of a lot of fun. I don't know. I haven't decided if we're going to do double elimination again, just because it kind of drug out over like 2 months doing it that way, trying to get everybody matched up.
The schedule.
Vince, actually, we didn't get a second. Vince didn't get his second lost match because it just didn't add up. And after 3 weeks, we just had to move on, which was kind of sad. I would have liked to see more out of Vince.
Yeah, definitely.
But all in all, very good.
Yeah, yep.
Well,
So much fun.
You could always do. I've seen a couple different ways to do it, where everybody has the same amount of fights, and whoever gets the most cumulative points wins. There's so many ways to do it, you know.
Oh yeah.
So, and then there's a bunch of different other ways to do it too, with tiebreakers and stuff like that. And it's not just first to 10 is great, simple. Everybody can hopefully count to 10. But you know, if you want to see more fights and more interesting things where everybody fights everybody, there's tons of ways to do it. I like doing different types of pools. Pools that way. That way, everybody gets a fight, and everybody gets to fight somebody different.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's pretty much. I got a list of different types of saber fighting, and I'm sure everybody does. But it's one of those things where if you're sticking to one single thing, it does get boring after a while. I think Courtney and I have talked ad nauseum about sometimes you just check out when it's fight, somebody touches somebody, all right, everybody go back to their corners and fight. Right. So it does keep you involved once different types of rule sets show up, where it's like, okay, it's not just whoever hits first, there's more to this than that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, also too, we
exercise
specifically try to, even though it is to the first hit, we try to keep it moving pretty quickly, so that
Sure.
which also for us too also allows for more of those chances for blade play. And so that's why you saw us. I know for me, I kind of treat it like it's really coming at me, so I'm kind of a little bit farther back. And so those types of things, when you're treating it like this thing can actually do something to you, I'm not necessarily going to be just rushing in to just crash blades with, and everybody dies in the first exchange. I don't want to necessarily die. I want to make sure that I'm only hitting him and not him hitting me too.
Right.
So those are the things that we take into account.
Well, and for me, it's cardio of it, because if you keep going quickly and you can do that, then you can hold up more matches. I tell you, like when I first started tournaments, like I would do really, really well in the pools, and I get the single limbs, and I was gassed because I gave it all in the pools.
Yeah.
So the better stamina you have, the better you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
Cool, man. Hey, thanks.
This bout so long. I mean, sometimes you watch a Saber Legion bout, and they got hold, and then it's about 5 minutes later they say fight. This doesn't happen on any of these. I mean, this is great.
Yeah.
We obviously we fight different ruleset than everybody else, but we go continuous motion. But that was as close as I've seen to our speed.
Yeah.
nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And we like, and again, we like the fact that we can move it along pretty quickly. The other thing is we do try to make sure that everybody's calibrated properly. In other words, we all are a bunch of old guys fighting, so we need to go to work tomorrow, and maybe we use our hands or everything else. So we try to make sure that, you know, nobody comes away with too many bruises, you know, so.
Right. Well, it's a fine line. I mean, you want to stress them out and then have them work hard. And the way, the speed that you were doing these bouts, that was just about the right speed. And the control by all the fighters that I saw here, I was pretty impressed. Even when he went to that scary high guard, Sprague didn't hit anybody. I was scared looking at him.
Right.
We banned. I banned it again tonight. We had two new guys going at it, and they went too hard, and I called the match. And both went to high guards. So we're not seeing high guards again because we're in our TSL module now. So we're kind of doing what you're doing. We just do it with a lighter blades and things like that.
Sure.
But you guys were great. That was a great set of fights, and I was impressed.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
My heart's out for the Pike guys. I love watching Pike.
Yep.
I love the Pike myself. Actually, in the exotics on our tournament, that's I'm gonna slip in. I'm gonna do the exotics tournament, and then I'm gonna sit out the standard and work on running that. But I'll be using Pike.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Right on.
We don't use pikes. We use Najanadas instead. So basically, it's a pike, and just you can't poke. But you know, you got to have control so you don't hit somebody too hard with the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'll be great. Friday night, the weekend of the tournament, is free sparring, right?
Yep, we'll be out at Penn Park starting at 6 p.m. Do that for a couple hours, and then we'll all head out and grab dinner somewhere.
That's awesome. I will have to show up to that this time around.
Absolutely.
Please do.
I'll definitely be there. I'll definitely be.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Maybe try my hand a little bit with some of you guys.
Yeah.
You have to.
We're looking forward to it. We want to fight everybody.
That's the best way to be, you know, respectful.
Yes. Yep. Exactly right.
Well, hey guys, thanks for livening up my evening with some lightsaber fights. And thank you for having me, and sorry for missing last time. But I don't know if you heard my coughing.
Yeah, no, we thank you for coming out tonight and watching it with us and giving us a different perspective than what we normally would. We love a couple of different sets of eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I appreciate the invitation.
No, thank you all so much.
Yeah.
Hey,
thank you guys.
You guys have a good one.
You too.
Good night.